What's up, good people? It's been a while since we've chatted, so I know you have great things to share. Great things that have unfolded since I've been away, and I look forward to reading those in the chat. So thank you in advance. I have a quick good word for you. You see the title, The Art of Shutting the Fuck Up. Okay? I want to share with you why you have three opinions right now that are keeping you trapped. I want to share with you why you have three opinions, three topics that you can't stop talking about. That's keeping you trapped in a world that you don't want. That's keeping you trapped in a reality that you don't want. That's keeping you in a world that you don't want. Just want to let you know it's you, because you ain't learned how to shut up yet. You ain't learned how to stop talking about the things that everybody else is talking about. But there's three particular things. If you can catch this, yeah. If you can catch this, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Will it change your life? Can it change your life? Let's just say that. Three topics that if I felt like I was stuck and I felt like I couldn't figure out why I was fatigued all the time, why I felt like life was just on my ass and I can't get a break, and it's like I don't know what's wrong. I don't know how to fix it. If I was wondering like what do I need to do, I would stop talking about three things. You ready? I'm gonna give it to you real quick. Number one, race. Race. Everything around race. Any conversations around race. Any opinions around race. I would eliminate it. Number two, relationships. Any topic around relationships. Any conversations around relationships. I deaden them. I just go mute. I wouldn't involve, I wouldn't engage in any of them anymore. I wouldn't give my 2 cents about it. I wouldn't share anything else. Anytime somebody shared it with me, I just shut it down. I just swipe off, I delete it and keep it moving. The third topic is politics. Well, you already know about that. Politics. Any conversations about politics, right? I'd eliminate. I'd stop engaging. These are the three topics. I'm saying me. You can do whatever you want to do. I'm saying if it's me and I'm complaining about lack of progress in my life, I'm complaining about feeling like I'm running low on energy. I can't find the spark. I can't find the inspiration. If I'm complaining about things not going my way, I don't feel like I'm making forward motion, and I don't really notice momentum. I would eliminate conversations around those three topics: race, religion, and politics. Completely. I give it a test run. I wouldn't even start with 30 days, right? Because that messes with people's mind. That whole idea of a month, it takes a month to do something. It kind of messes with people's mind a little bit. So I wouldn't even start with 30 days. I would start with 21 days. It's longer than a week, but it's less than a month. You know what I'm saying? And see what that be like when I eliminate all conversations around those three topics. Because here's the deal. You don't know what you think about any of those three topics. I guarantee you. No, see, when you lack awareness, you can't hear yourself. You don't know what you're thinking. You don't that whole idea of metacognition, like I lack self-awareness. So I don't even really know what I'm thinking. I don't really know. I don't even hear myself engaging. What's up, Starburst? Appreciate you. Right? I don't hear. I don't hear the dialogue. I don't hear the conversations. So it's like, yo, all you have to do is just speak differently. But what happens when you don't recognize how you're speaking? So I'm saying this is how you can help yourself. This is how you turn your attention back to yourself so you can hear you. You eliminate conversations around race, you eliminate conversations around relationships, and you eliminate relationships around politics completely. No response. Mute the topics, unfollow, unsubscribe, whatever the case may be. You know where it falls in, and just see what that be like. See what that be like when you. Here's a problem with talking too much. Talking has the ability to keep your attention on what you don't want. And I'm talking to the OGs. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking to the guys. The losers of the world, you let them do that. They get off on that. Somebody has to be triggered by these topics. You leave that for everybody else. You let everybody else be triggered by the topics, okay? You let them have it. You just gonna pull out of it. I ain't gonna say forever. I'm just saying just let up off of it for a little bit. Let everybody else have those conversations. Let everybody else be triggered. Let everybody else have strong opinions about this, that, or the other. Pull your attention. If your goal is heightening and maximizing your own power, your own energy, then you got to pull that back. What up, Money Magnet? Tyra said, I listen to affirmations at night and at work to help. Yes, all are good. I do whatever. I wouldn't let nobody tell me what isn't the right thing to do. I do whatever. And I've done it. I've literally, even in a household situation, if you're in a scenario where you don't, it's tense, you may not be able to make a move exactly, I'd flood my mind with what I want. And I'd pull out of the average man conversation. I ain't talking about no race. I ain't talking about no relationship stuff. I ain't talking about no politics. I need to see what happened when I redirect that energy back to me. Here's what you discover. You actually ain't that tired. Yeah, you discover that you really not that frustrated. You discover you're not that depleted. What is happening is you got leaks. You got leaks and you playing the world's game. See, when you complain the way the world complains, you playing their game. That's some loser shit. That's some loser shit. Nah. Because you shouldn't have. Are you God or are you not? Are you the creator of your reality or are you not? When you can see the full picture, yeah, you can dip back in. You can dip your toe back in and you can play however you want to play. But I'm saying, in the meantime, in between time, if you learn to shut up and stop talking about what everybody else is talking about, it becomes difficult to lock into your world, your ideal world. Do you even know what that looks like? Have you even thought about it? Have you ever wrote it down? What does your ideal reality look like? It's hard to dial in on that when your conversations is constantly about what white people doing, what black people doing, what men are doing, what women are doing, what the politicians doing, what the Republicans doing, what the Democrats doing. What if you just shelved all that for a little bit? Just press pause for a little bit. Let me see what I think. I don't even know what I think. Have you ever considered that? I don't even know what I think. I've been hearing other people's stuff. Whether it's parents, whether it's church, whether it's co-workers, whether it's friends, whether it's families, whatever. I've been listening to everybody else's perspective. I need to get clear on what my perspective is. And that get to be a little challenging when your attention stays on the world and what they're complaining about and the problems. So you incorporate this practice without even knowing it that, oh, I focus on what I don't like. Oh, I focus on what's going wrong. Oh, I focus on what's not working. And then I'm surprised when I see and experience more of what's not working. You see how idiotic this is? How would you shift your focus when it's in your face? I like good questions. Shout out to Shadow. I practice. I wouldn't even look for, I would create spaces. Matter of fact, I don't even have to speak hypothetically. I can speak factually, right? I can tell you how I've done it. I created cracks. All you're really doing in this whole practice is interrupting. You're interrupting patterns. You're interrupting. That's it. So how have I shifted when it was right in my face? I create gaps. So I make sure I start getting up earlier than anybody else. When I was in a house that was I started getting up earlier than anybody else. I needed that time. I wanted the house quiet. I didn't want to hear nobody. I didn't want to see nobody. I didn't want an influence from nobody else. At one point, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. That's how I knew for sure that I could have that moment to myself. See, it ain't nothing that's too much when you really want it. When you really want to experience it, when it's really ideal, like this is what I have to have this. I had to have a peace of mind. What's up, India? I had to have a peace of mind. So I created first thing in the morning. And then throughout the day, I would do anything that would bring my attention back. So early on, I wasn't journaling a lot. I did that kind of later, but journaling can help. Meditation. Throughout the day, listening to things, giving yourself reminders. Like at one point, I set alarms. That was the way that I could tell myself to check in. It was the way that I could say, hey, hey, come back. Hey, how are you? You good? What's going on with you? So that's just one. That's just one of the ways of just bringing your attention to yourself. So when it's in your face, you like discipline. The idea of discipline is giving yourself instructions. You have to give yourself instructions. If you have to write it down, I talked to a young lady this week. I said, let me tell you something. You do whatever you feel you need to do, even if it feels extreme. I'd put a sticky note on my forehead. I'd put a sticky note on every mirror in my car, on the steering wheel, whatever. Whatever I felt like would help direct my attention on, yo, this is what's true. And I would reinforce that. I would reinforce that. Symbols, repetition, right? Keeping my attention. I practice. But here's another thing. Let's keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. It's what this discussion is about. It's actually less about what you're bringing in. Even though I gave you things to bring in, it's more about what you're eliminating. If you eliminate noise, if you eliminate external conversations that are not productive, if you eliminate watching certain things, whether it's television, whether it's social media, it's the process of eliminating noise. That's what helps you focus. If from the moment you get up to the moment you go to bed, you are scattered everywhere, it feels a lot more difficult to focus because what you're honed in on is what you don't want. You in it. You in the thick of it. This is what's wrong. This is getting worse. I feel pain. I feel dissatisfaction. I'm suffering. I don't see anything changing. I don't see anything getting better. What's up, Anjoya? Anjoya said been doing that lately. Yeah. Try yoga to calm your anxiety. Yes. I started yoga as a practice too. That changed. That was life changing for me, to be honest. Fitness in general was life changing. Lifting heavy weights was life changing, but the yoga, it it I think it did more to bring me back to self, more to bring me back present. Like it was a great mirror. Yoga and meditation originates in India. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where, and that's a matter of opinion. Did it, or was it ancient Kemet? I mean, it doesn't matter. Who cares where it originated, right? Make it work. If you can, the practice itself is it's just a practice of presence. That's all, and that's everywhere. That's as long as human beings have been on this planet. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. So, 3 opinions that are keeping you trapped in a life that you don't want, in a reality that you don't want. And it's your opinions on race, relationships, and politics. You got to go almost crazy. I want you to understand this. You have to go almost crazy with shutting down the life and the world as you knew it. Like, and it's a practice of how much you value these things, because it shouldn't be that difficult. If putting your attention on what you want is not important to you, is not valuable, it should be easy for you to stop doing that, right? Unless you've just practiced it and that has become so familiar that doing anything other than that feels dangerous. Ain't that crazy? That chaos has become so familiar that peace is a threat. Wow. That thinking against yourself has become so familiar that thinking in your favor feels dangerous. That's risky. Wow. Wow. So, that's a good word for today. I ain't got no more than that. I think we're looking for the answers that we already know. I think we're looking for answers that we already have. I think that there is nothing that you're going to get that's going to be more informative than your own inner awareness. That's what all these practices are about. When you do diet changes, when you fast, when you do cleanses, when you do yoga, when you meditate, when you journal, when you visualize, what do you think the point is in all that? It's not the things. It's what the practices are helping you do, which is direct your attention and come back here. It's saying, hey, come back here. Presence. Here, where are you? You've gone off somewhere. And we talked about earlier in the inner circle of a Bible study that I lost my thought. It'll come back to me. The point though, is can you see you? Can you see you? Awareness. This is a game of awareness. It don't matter what you think or you aren't. Or it doesn't matter what you think you're doing or what you think you're not doing. The beauty in the 3D world is giving you a reflection of what your awareness is. You don't have to fight thoughts. Your thoughts are reflecting what you are aware of. Your feelings are reflecting what you are aware of. Your circumstances reflect what you are aware of. So it's a little bizarre to fight the thoughts. It's a little bizarre to fight the feelings. It's a little bizarre to fight the circumstances. When I can shift my awareness, and how do I do that? By directing my attention. I incorporate this practice of directing my attention. Okay. Whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, lovely, pure, and of good report, I think on these things. But are you doing it though? It's not just saying it. Are you doing it? Do you even know whether you're doing it or not? It's like making the waking dream a lucid dream where you're aware, yo, I'm dreaming. Yo, I'm reacting to this. Oh my goodness. The laugh after you said that lets me know God has his hands all over you. Facts. Facts. What's up, Breezy? Facts. Listen, I'm better than I've ever been. Listen, I have no complaints. I miss you too. I would apologize for being away, but I ain't sorry. Just know whenever I'm away, I'm gathering. Just know I'm gathering. So once I pop back up, I come bearing gifts. Just know that. Just know that I don't just talk it. It is literally a game of, okay, what say you? What say you? What say you? Who are you? Are you who you say you are? Are you aware? Can you even, do you know what you're thinking when you're thinking? Do you know? Like, can you see yourself reacting? Because how can you choose? How can you choose if you don't even recognize that? It's a matter of coming outside the container. Pink Star said, I tore every ligament in my knee and my surgeon told me there is no way to avoid surgery. I'm going to put my awareness that he is not God, can heal without surgery. Look up Dr. Joe Dispenza's story. Look up his story first. He was in a serious accident. Cycling accident. He was hit from behind. Told that it was, if he did not have this very invasive surgery of putting a lot of screws into kind of like tools in his back, all these little metal rods, that he would never walk again. And he decided he wasn't going to make that choice. So look up that. If it's important for you, you know why it's never shocking to me? You can't give me a story that's shocking to me. Now, I can be impressed, right? I can be like, oh, blown away. Like, life still fascinates me and blows me away. But it's not, it's not like I'm shocked. You can't give me a story that I'm shocked. You could tell me like, "Look, there was a report of somebody that grew back a tooth or grew back an arm." I wouldn't be shocked by that. You must saturate your life and your mind what you want to see. So if healing is what it is, I'd immerse myself in that. I'd start looking, like I said, Dr. Joe Dispenza's channel. There's a documentary he did, Heal. He has several documentaries. There's the Heal documentary. There's another one he did recently. The last one. What was the name of that one? Just look it up. You'll find it. But he has testimonial after testimonial after testimonial of people who have reversed stage 4 cancer, brain tumors, paralysis, Parkinson's. The list goes on and on and on. And you know what I love? You can argue the method, baby, but you can't argue the results. You can't argue the results. So if that's, yeah, no shit. Do you think you're smart? Like, it's clearly, if I move, that would be the sign that it's a green screen. Haitian Love said that's why y'all got to join the inner circle. Yeah, come on over to the other side. Come on to the upper room. I heard of him, never thought to actually look into him. We'll do that. Do that. Do that. Like I said, there are many. He has story. You can get, I mean, every story that you can imagine. Every person from all walks of life, young, old, black, white, Asian, everything that you can imagine. Every illness that you can imagine, right? Emotional illnesses, psychological illnesses, physical complications. Is there. It's there. If seeking, you will find. Seeking, you will find. Knocking, the door will be open. Asking, you shall receive. Oh, you are slow? Okay, well, let me help you, love. Let me help you out. Yeah, like he came in like he was like doing some groundbreaking information. Like, trust me, nigga. I'll let you know. Like I don't do no, like, this wasn't a trick. Like, oh, actually, yeah, you see, the screen is actually not a green screen. Like, come on, love, get with it. But I know you need some attention, so we'll give it to you. You need that. We come bearing gifts, you know. The video earlier was fire. Appreciate you, Reagan. Yeah. I decided to share that. That was from one of our check-ins in the inner circle. So I said, I think I checked. I'll share this with the YouTube peeps. What up, Jovi? What's going on? Do you know a song that is a beat? Nope. Nope. What do you know? That's the question. What do you know? Before you ask somebody else, somebody asked me, was I going to, yeah, I can, sometimes I get, yeah, Jovi, sometimes I get discombobulated because I don't know, I don't recognize the name on who was actually responding. So yeah. Hold on, Jovi. Let me bring you in. Okay. Shadow said, when it comes to manifesting, do you think it takes blending? Wait. Do you think it takes imagination with action? Okay. So manifest means just to make something clear, right? So we're manifesting all the time. Our interaction here today is a manifestation. Whatever you did today was a manifestation, right? You've making something clear, that making the unseen seen. So the question is, well, how do I intentionally do this? I think it takes whatever you think it takes. That's the game. It's assumptions, right? So some people think it takes meditation. So they start off on this active practice of meditation. Some people think it takes visualizing. Some people think that you have to recite something as you're going to sleep, and then you have to, like Neville Goddard, his SATs, state akin to sleep. So you get in a state where you almost in like a sleep state, but you're not quite sleep, and then you start visualizing. Some people say you don't have to do any of that. You just simply assume. You just affirm. Just keep repeating, like repetition. What we know from observation is that we have examples of all of these things working, right? So that says to me that there is no one thing. The only thing that can be at play is your awareness. Are you aware of being that and experiencing that? That's it. So when I think of manifestation, I think of, this is something that came to me in a meditation the other day. I saw myself standing almost in like a control room, and I see multiple screens, almost like I've seen this when they've had big award shows. The one I think of is the one, I don't know the name of it, the one MC Light used to do all the time, and she'd be in the control room, the camera room, whatever they call it, and you can see multiple screens that reflect multiple cameras. And of course, they're pointing to different angles. So some are pointing in the stage, some pointing in the audience, and they can. This is how when somebody makes a joke about a celebrity, they automatically pan to camera 3 that's showing, Alicia Keys type thing. It was similar to that, and I was like, this is how I envision the world, the all, what we call the Father, that it's a infinite number of pixels, an infinite number of scenes, an infinite number of realities and possibilities. And when I come out of the screen, because we're both on the screen, living this actual life, like who you are as a personality, and then as awareness, we come out of the screen so that I can see myself, right? So I envision it as a matter of everything is available. I'm not trying to create something that doesn't exist. So even if it comes to money, if it comes to love, if it comes to your health or your body or whatever, you're not trying to create something that doesn't exist. What you're doing is becoming aware of that thing, that it already exists. I'm already that. If there's a version of you that's poor, then there's also a version of you that's rich. If there's a version of you that's happy, then there's a version of you that's not happy. If there's and we already do this. We oscillate between states all the time. Nobody knows what is happening, and I think it's set up very brilliantly that way, because I think it would drive us crazy. Imagine every time you want to manifest something, like right now we want to manifest being in Paris. Boom, we immediately there. Next, you think of something else, you back in New York. We need the time because it gives some gap in between that, so that we don't drive ourselves nuts. Also, I think it gives us a little entertainment, right? Like humans need to be entertained to a certain degree. So I personally don't think that it takes any particular thing. I think the techniques are about helping you get into a receptive state. So now I don't see how you some people say they struggle with imagining things. I can't speak to that because I felt that. I think it's a matter of awareness. It's like people who say they don't hear things. I don't think that it's not you hearing things. I think you're not aware. Right? Everything is a game of awareness. So imagination with action, if you feel that that's what you need to do, why is it wrong? Action, no action. It's not required though, because there are people who manifest things and they don't take any physical action. There are people who manifest. I told this story before. It was this young lady who said she didn't even have a good relationship with her father or her father's side of the family. I think one of the aunts passed. She was manifesting, actively trying to manifest money. And she got a call that I think one of the aunts passed and left her like $175,000. A woman she ain't never met. Now, for many of us, guess what would keep you, right? Guess what would keep you from that? The mind. Because the mind gonna be like, nah, bro, I ain't got nobody in my family even that got money. I ain't got nobody to. So I'm gonna do another video about why smarter people find it harder to manifest. Because you know too much. And when you know too much, you question too much. See, the person who can easily accept, we come up here and we say, listen, this is all you got to do. All right. For the next 30 days, I want you to focus on what you want. I want you to, every day in the morning, you write down your affirmations, right? You do it in this order. Okay, at 12 o'clock, I want you to get a glass of water, right? And drink it. Make sure it's 32 ounces. See, you're just making up stuff, right? 32 ounces. They could put some logic to it. Yeah, it has something to do with this and it's helping to flush your system, whatever. But it's essentially making up stuff. Drink that. Drink that. And then before you go to sleep, you visualize yourself there. Let's say they're trying to visualize moving to another country, right? If that person can easily accept that without questioning it, without second guessing it, they're likely to see results quicker than you are. Experience it. It's not like they're seeing it, but I guess they are. They're experiencing it. Why? If you're like me, think about most of us who had this period of awakening. What ended up happening? First, you was in the world and you was asleep. You didn't know what was going on, right? You was just dumb like everybody else. You was, you know what I'm saying? Like you was just going along to get along. You was eating the same thing your friends were. You were hanging out at the same places. And then something hit you and was like, wait a minute. Something is going on with this world. Oh my God, this is a lie. No, this is a lie. Oh my God, I must question everything. So we, becoming more aware, learn how to question more things. The flip side of that, we now have gone so far where we question our own abilities. We question our own power. We question our, you see, like you think, just think about that. Like you question your own self too much. So the smart people get stuck in the mind. The smarts people get stuck analyzing. Those who would just accept this is what it is, you are powerful, you can do anything, you can get whatever you want. Yes, they more readily shift right into another reality, and that's what they experience. So, yeah, I think it's more a matter of the techniques, what help you get in a state of receptivity. All of these things can be useful. I don't see how you can lose by putting your attention on what you want. I don't see how you can lose by putting your attention speaking in your favor, right? But it's less about what you do or say. It's more about who's doing and who's saying it. It's the awareness behind it. Because I always like to use a church example. They have been saying a lot of things for a long time. They have been reciting things a lot of years for a lot of time, right? God is a healer, is a provider. So by His stripes I am healed. I never seen the righteous forsaken, and say all these things over and over for decade after decade after decade, and you don't see their life improving. Why? Because they're still aware of being the person that's lacking. There's no matter how many ties they put in, they're still aware of being without. So you can do whatever you want to do. But if you stay in a state of mind that you are aware of what I'm not, I'm aware of what I don't have, it ain't gonna matter anyway. That's what you're gonna continue to see. That's what you're gonna continue to manifest. What's up, workout? What's up, workout buddy? Hey, Reba. So, anyway, three opinions keeping you trapped in your mind, which is essentially keeping you trapped in the world, which is essentially keeping you trapped in a reality that you don't want, is opinions about race, opinions about relationships, and opinions about politics. I deaden all those conversations. I put no more energy to it. You have to keep it alive. See, those topics need you. The politicians need you. The government needs you. What does matrix mean? Coming from the word matter, mater, meaning mother, the womb. It's the birthing place. It needs you. It's asking, what do you want me to birth? Huh? It's saying, give me your seed. Okay? Give me your seed, baby. What is it that you want to see? You want to see poverty? You want to see despair? You want to see chaos? You want to see discord? You want to see men and women fighting against each other? Tell me what you want to see. I'm the womb. I'm the birthing place. Drop it right here. That's all it's reflecting back. I'm not mad at the Matrix for what? I'm not mad at politicians for what? I'm not mad at anything that's happening on the planet. Why? Because that's what the people want. See, you want war. You're convinced of that story. You're convinced that you don't live in a peaceful world. So you're going to continue to get evidence of that. See, you too smart, remember? That's what a smart person would do. I'm going to analyze. Like, no, you got to see, look, history repeats. No, ignorance repeats. Ignorance repeats because ignorance is darkness. We talked about this earlier. That's all hell is ignorance. It's darkness. That's what a shadow is. It's something that lingers. It's something a part of you is aware of, but you haven't given meaning to, so it hovers over you. It shadows over you. It chases you. It's always on your back. How do you bring light to it? That's what consciousness is. Once I put my eye on it and I give meaning to it, boom, boom. You see how that works? Boom. Cinnamon said, can you talk about people who think they are being spiritually attacked so they do not feel like they can manifest? All the making of the mind. See, the idea that something can spiritually attack you, like, see, that you got to get rid of. See, that's an assumption. So you got to believe in evil. Everything needs you. See, people like science. Science says until a wave is observed, it remains in that state. It takes the observer to shift that wave into a particle. That's what it's saying. So the idea, I would eliminate any idea that I could even be spiritually attacked. And that sometimes that takes practice. Because when our attention is on something and we've been told something our entire life, like, no, it is real and I have evidence. Do you understand? You keep telling me this ain't real, but let me tell you, this is what happened. And then I was having these nightmares and then this happened and you have to find a way. This is what I'm saying. You got to learn to shut up and stop talking, not you, but I'm just saying, stop talking like the world. Stop putting your attention on what the world is putting their attention on. That's what they in. They're in the land of the dead. That's the land of the dark. So there's this obsession with needing protection. Who needs protection? People in danger. So you are of the state of mind that you exist in a reality where there's danger. I gave everybody early in the inner circle, I think remember where I'll be speaking. One question. I'll do another video on this too. Life comes down to, is really asking you to ask. Asking you to ask. One question. A two-part question. What do you see and do you agree? This is what you're asking yourself. What do I see and do I agree? So you got to agree. You got to get, the demons got to come through you. The boogeyman got to come through you. The idea of a devil got to come through you. It needs your consent. See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. So a lot of the spiritual community, and I'm glad that I've had a taste of all of it, the religious side, the spiritual side, all of it. But a lot of the spiritual side is about protection, protection. See, you're supposed to be smarter than the religious people. That's what they're telling you, right? You're smarter than them because they believe in what they was told and they was believe and what, they were given. Oh, okay. Okay. But it sounds like the same crap to me. Because you rebranding it. So now instead of looking to Jesus for your protection, you look to the stars for your protection. You look to your rituals and the crystals. You look to your tarot. You look to your ancestors. It's still the same crap. Because why do you feel like you need protection? Now, rule of thumb, if you feel like you need protection, then protect yourself. See, never go against your own good reason and common sense. Whatever your intuition says, cool. But a lot of people have, that's an assumption. Like, think about what we're saying here. Whatever I accept is true. That's what I experience. So if I tell myself I can't manifest, think of the state of mind I got to be in. Something is holding me back. I am being spiritually attacked. My state of mind is saying I am not a manifester. I cannot manifest. My state of mind is something else has the power. Rule of thumb, whenever you slip into a state of victim, no. No. Like, if you ever want to know, well, how do I gauge this thing? If you have slipped into the position of victim, no, it ain't it. It ain't it. So, yeah, the whole idea, you have to just trash that whole idea. And this is where you have to be intentional. Like, you really are going 100 miles an hour in one direction, and you're slamming the brakes and say, wait a minute, I don't think I believe that anymore. Even though my body is still saying, yes, we do. We're afraid. We're afraid. You have to say, no, I know I'm not being attacked. No, I know nothing can stop me. No, I know nothing has more power over me than I have over it. I know I'm the center of my universe. I know everything is a mirror. Everything is a projection. So everything can only be showing me what I'm currently aware of. See? So, yeah. Pink Star said it does take practice to ignore this. When we have more and more people admitting to doing witchcraft, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter what anybody is doing. Who cares? We could even break down, what does witchcraft even mean? Witch means wise, craft means skill. Like, who cares? We make these things powerful by fearing them. I wouldn't care if everybody on this planet started doing witchcraft. What that got to do with me? What is witchcraft anyway? Our reaction to things is based on programming we got from somebody else. Who said that witchcraft was bad? What? People doing all sorts of stuff in their house right now, right at this very moment. Across the world. I don't know what they're doing. Has nothing to do with me. Is this my world or is this their world? I'm not living in their world. They're living in my world. Think about what the mind is. The mind is this filter, right? There's no way that I can, as a physical being, as this personality, as Rook the Gray, there's no way that I, from this perspective, experience everything. So my mind says, let me know what you want me to hone in on, and I will filter everything else out. What do you want to see? It's why some people go out to the store and they always run into kind people. They run into generous people. They run into people who pay it forward and pay for their meals or their groceries or whatever. Other people, some women, when they say every time they go out, they're harassed by men. Every time they're disrespected. How do you think that worked? Same city, same states, How is it that you always run into this type of person, always run into that type of person? So the mind is asking you to give it direction. Who do you say you are? What world do you say you live in? I don't give a doggone about no doggone witchcraft or no evil or no none of that junk. I don't. What does that have to do with me? This is where I want people to free themselves, because once you do, it's over. You realize, wait a minute, this is all me. This is where meditation can help. Because you stay in that last video I posted, that meditation is a contemplation. A contemplation is what you bring to mind. You must bring more glory to mind. You must bring more God to mind, less devil. Bring more light to mind, less evil. The evil seems so real because that's what you bring to mind. That's what you meditate on. That's what your attention, right? We practice. And so the filter has said, she likes this. He likes this. So let's give her more. Let's show her more of this. So I'm not trying to ignore anything. As God, I don't try to ignore anything. As awareness, I'm not trying to ignore anything. I want to see it all. I want to look it right in this eye, and I want to let it know you have no power here because I'm the chooser. See, I have to power you. It's like a thought. A thought crosses your mind. You got to give it power. Yeah. The idea of you feeling depressed, you have to give that power. You have to make it so. What do I see and do I agree? What do I see and do I agree? I can see whatever. I can see whatever thoughts come up. I can see whatever feelings come up. I can see people doing all sorts of stuff, and they can do little rituals and be cutting chicken heads off and doing stuff with blood. That's your mind. That's our mind that has become fearful of that. What does that got to do? You can't put no root on me, nigga. Fuck out of here. Like, what are you even saying? You got to come through me. So when I say learning how to shut the fuck up, this is what I mean. Get in your power bag. Get obsessed with you. Get obsessed with seeing you, hearing you, directing you. Become aware of you. So when these topics come up, they don't rattle you anymore. Because you know they have no power. You know they can never touch you. That is what the difference between hearing the word, being hearers versus doers. We have a lot of examples of people who've been hearing things many, many years. Right? Again, I talk to my lovely church people. They're the number one example. They say they're not afraid, but whenever something pop off, they're the first one afraid. See, your mouth say you're not afraid. But when you're not aware of your thinking, you're not aware of what you entertain, you're not aware of what you accept as true, then you don't know. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I'm the only power. That's what you have to put in your spirit. And you meditate on that. And meditating, you don't have, it's not getting in the closet all the time. You can. And sitting there. You can. That's one way. But I'm saying bring into mind, bring into mind, bring into mind. The mindset group, that's the whole point. We don't go no deeper than that. The entire intention about that group is to shut up. Telling the old story. Shut up. Telling the doom and gloom and the this is going wrong and this is what I got to watch out for and this is dangerous and risky. No. You shut that down. Not ignore it. Turn attention. See, when I ignore something, I'm still acknowledging it's there. If I got some little kid in the background who banging on something, getting on my nerves, and I try to ignore them, I still acknowledge they're there. I'm not ignoring them. But if I turn my attention and start watching something or reading something or thinking about something, once my attention shifts, they could still be back there and I don't even hear it. We've all practiced this. Whether you're out in public and you hear somebody on the phone being annoying or doing something crazy, you can zone right out. That's what we're talking about. Take your attention off of the doom and gloom of the world. Take your attention off wickedness. How do you do that? You got to shut the world out. You shut the world out until your world is so normal and natural to you. That's all you know. That yes, you can peek out there and see whatever they doing, and you know it has nothing to do with you. But if you want to fight, if you tell the world, I talked to a young lady this week. I said, it seems like you want to fight. Every arena you go in, you want to fight. If you say to life, I'm a fighter and I want to fight, then baby, then prepare to fight. That's what you're going to get. And sometimes we do it. I mean, I think this is how we like to entertain ourselves. It's like, I'm going to pretend that I have a hardship so that I can pretend to need help and pretend I need to be a fighter so that I can fight it and win and be proud of myself. Okay. I mean, it works. But I think if we would get to the point where we acknowledge, yo, it's me. This is a game. Like, I'm on the court playing the game, but I'm also the spectators in the stands, right? but I'm also the stadium itself. That's what coming out of the container is. Coming out of the container. Coming out of the container. And that becomes challenging to do when you won't pull out of the world, when you won't stop having the conversations. When I get messages and people send me, I be like, I don't know why y'all keep asking me the same questions. Because you don't want the answers. Huh? You don't want the answer. When I say I cut this world out, I left the world as I knew it. I got quiet. I stopped talking to the same people. I stopped having the same conversations. I stopped watching the same things. Why you asking me the same questions? I'm telling you what I did. I'm telling you. Either do it or don't. You have to figure out what's most important to you. I like that people like to, beat themselves down. I think that's good. I do. I think sometimes you got to get tired. This comes back to being smart. I'm one of those people. Why I got to be that way? Why? Who says? And so I'll run myself in circles until finally I get tired. And once I get tired, I'm like, okay, damn, okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, back. All right, got it. Boom, done. See? So turning my attention from the world I don't want. I'm eliminating my delicious desire to keep telling the same story about what ain't working and who ain't helping or who's a problem and who's not helping. And I am incorporating this practice of putting my attention on what is right. Like, you really making yourself go looking for what's right with the same level of intensity as you look for something wrong. Look for the light at the same intensity as you look for the dark. Look for things to get better with the same level of intensity as you expect things to go wrong and to get worse. And just see what happened. Don't even do no more than that. Just see what happened. Just try it. But I'm not fighting that world. No. By turning my attention, I'm developing and strengthening my awareness so that I get to the point where I remember, oh my God, I am all of this. All I got to do is choose. Choose ye this day who you will serve. What's that? Joshua 24:15? That life is saying, what do you see and do you agree? What do you see and do you see illness? Do you agree? You see lack? Do you agree? Do you see loneliness? Do you agree? Do you see abandonment? Do you see trauma? I should have put that up there too. Well, we have race, relationships, and politics. I should have put trauma too. But we'll start with, I think those three are good. We'll start with those three. Like, what do you see and do you agree? And you, as the power, can say, I no longer agree with that. I no longer agree that I'm stuck. I no longer agree that if I ain't had it figured out by, I don't know, 30, then that's just it for me. I'm no longer agreeing that if I haven't got to this point and if I fail 4 or 5 times, that's it for me. I no longer agree with that. I no longer agree that my body has to fall apart based on how many years pass. I no longer agree with that. I no longer agree with that. I say no. I no longer agree that you just got to stay with people just to stay with people. Like, just for duty. No, I'm team love now. Thank you. Good luck. Good luck to everybody else, though. Like, Y'all hate each other. You don't touch each other. And then you try to make everybody else want to sign up for that type crap. No, 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 no. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I no longer agree that I get weaker with age. Facts. Who came up with these rules? Who decided? Says who? Who said it has to go that way? I don't know what middle age is. I don't know what old age is. I know what somebody told me. I don't even know that death is certain. How do I know that? I, I, that's what you said. I saw some evidence of that, but I don't judge by appearances because I know appearances are incomplete. I know appearances is only showing me a part of a part of what I'm seeing, of the full picture. And if everything is a reflection, is it that we assume that this is the way life's supposed to go? We assume that it's a cutoff. We assume that because the world ain't ending. Somebody made that up because the world never began. So how can it? The mind starts short circuiting like no, no. Nope. I no longer agree that I have acne. No, no. I do not have to accept whatever someone else told me is normal and natural and inevitable. That's according to you. You decided that. You decided that a doctor could tell you how long you can live. I didn't agree with that. That's the whole point of this whole thing. What we call reality, when a person says be realistic, what do you think that means? What is being realistic? What are they really saying? Come decide something that we have collectively agreed on. Get in line with what we have collectively agreed on. That's what being realistic is. So death comes when you accept it. And it's no problem. Everything is good, right? Whatever. Illness comes if that's what you accept. If you accept cold and flu season, whatever. Whatever. Some people don't experience it. You don't think that's strange? Every woman don't experience PMS. Hey, I saw some people debating about, I ain't even gonna go there. But anyway, it's whatever you say it is. Like, if you think it's natural for your coochie to stink, it sounds very bizarre to me, but whatever works for you. Like, hey, who came up with this stuff? I'm not mad at the people who came up with it. I'm just saying I don't have to subscribe to that. I don't. You afraid. I'm not. You don't believe. Like, you in a state of second guessing and doubting. I don't. You think you stuck. I don't. The whole idea of who is valuable. What decides value? What determines value? You think the world determines my value? Okay, if you think so. I used to subscribe to painful period cramps where I would throw up. Yeah, I've seen it get really bad for ladies. Really bad. It is a real background. It's not my current background, but it's a real background. So, what do you want? That should be the question. I asked everybody in the group, I said, figure out how far you want to go. Figure out how far you want to go. Everybody get to decide. When it comes to their health, everybody going to decide how far they want to go. When it comes to fitness, some people just kind of want to be in shape a little bit. Some people want to get a six-pack. You have to decide how far you want to go. When it comes to your own mind, your own spirit, how far you want to push it. Huh? How far do you want to push it? How far, what must you see this lifetime? Huh? What must you experience? Come on. These are questions. How do you don't know the answer to these questions? How can you have an opinion about race? How can you have an opinion about relationships and how to fix them how to fix race problems, how to fix politicians and politics, and you can't tell me how far you want to take your life. That's something wrong with that. That's something real wrong with that. Ah. And it's simply from neglect, not sitting with self. What do I like? What would my ideal life look like? What will my ideal health look like? My ideal body look like? I don't care about what it look like right now. All right, what I'm currently seeing. What would the ideal look like for me? Huh? What is that? What would I like? How far do I really want to take this thing? Right? Because the way my mind works, I had to share with somebody. I have to just talk to myself a lot because I think what I must know, most people don't. They don't have that, and I think it scares people. So I just like to keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? But you for yourself have to see. Is it no limits or just a little limits? Not as many as the average person. It's like, yeah, I do got some limits. Or is it really no limit? Is it all or nothing? Is it you are a creator of your reality? Is it you're unstoppable, untouchable? It is it as you think, so you are? Is it that you can never get it wrong? That you're always in the right place at the right time? That life is always working in your favor? You're always getting better? Is it that you actually are God informed? That every scenario is available and possible at every moment? I don't know. I don't know. You gotta, when things come up for you, this is where you have to ask those questions. Who do I say I am? What do I see? And do I agree? Because sometimes you're going to see yourself behaving in ways that are contrary to what you really see for yourself and what you really believe about yourself. So even that, you have to say, do I agree with this? You got to look yourself in a mirror. Like even you can't stand in my way. Like you really have to tell yourself, like even you can't stop me. I don't care what you do. I don't care. It's not what you see that's the problem. It's what you say about what you see. Oof. Lord have mercy. It's not what you see. It's not what you think that's the problem. It's what you think about what you think. It's not how you feel that's the problem. It's what you say those feelings mean. It's storytelling. You understand what I'm saying? And if you keep you in the highest light, that I can't get it wrong, nigga. I can't never be off my path. I don't even know what you're talking about. I can't be late. I can't miss my life. I don't care what I do. I don't care what I say. I don't care how much time passes. I don't care whatever other stories that y'all are saying. I don't care what my background look like, my upbringing look like. I don't care what country, what state. I don't care about none of that junk. Somebody got to do it. That's the way I look at life now. Somebody got to do it. And I ain't mad at no role anybody has decided to play. But I ain't here to play small. No. 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 Right on time? Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Reba said I'm walking in decision. And it's a constant reminding that's what the practice is. This is who I say I am. I'm aware. I'm aware that I'm constantly choosing. I'm watching myself. And I ain't judging myself. I ain't judging myself. I'm not judging my actions. So you got to become aware, right? And then you get to choose. Or maybe you become aware, you observe, and then you get to choose. But oftentimes we don't get to the choice because we stuck in the judgment. Damn, I shouldn't have made that decision. If I had known this 10 years ago, I would have chose. If I had done this earlier, if I had figured this out earlier. What you even talking about? Why are you locked in that state of mind when there are infinite realities available? There's a timeline where what you talking about don't even exist, nigga. What are we talking about? What is the past? If everything is available right now, then what's the past? What's your past? What does past even mean? It's what you keep recalling, no? It's what you keep bringing to mind. Isn't that what the past is? Right? That mental image, that's all it is. That's all it is. It's a mental picture that you keep replaying over and over and over. So it leads me to believe that if everything is available, I could change that mental picture that I keep repeating. I could make another mental picture repeat over and over and over again. So I could make that my past, no? No? Yeah, the only thing that exists is in the now. It's in the now. So I was trying to see, I played this game the other night. I like to play like connect the dots. This whole idea of remember, the thing that you remember, you keep recalling it to mind. That's what causes your suffering. When you can just change the image that you're recalling. I didn't see this. Why am I going to keep telling the story about what didn't work? That's why I can't get with that little struggle talk. I don't want to hear nothing about no history of struggle. No, you know what I'm saying? You got to know where you came from. Listen, do whatever you want to do. I don't exist in that world no more. If that's what you want to keep telling, then you keep telling it. And you feel good about telling it. I have left that. Okay? I've left that. If I'm going to remember something, I'm remember greatness. I'm remember power, majesty, royalty, the throne, the crown. You want me to keep replaying? This is why people are under a spell right now. That's what it is. And y'all think y'all gonna change that? I'm gonna sit back and watch. And I'm gonna have a good time watching. It's gonna be like watching a Netflix series. Or, you're just seeing what is fascinating. They really think they're gonna fix the problem by trying to fix the problem. Let's see. I've kind of been in the online atmosphere for a few years here. I haven't seen that work, but maybe this time it will. Let's see. Let's see you work on the problem and fix it. Because I ain't never seen that happen. I've seen people thrust themselves into hell. I've seen people drive themselves crazy. I've seen people get very frustrated, very angry, depressed. I've seen people clock up out of here trying to fight problems. So if you think you're going to fight the problem or you're going to save people and you're going to you're not. But I want you to do it because if it feels right for you, go for it. Go for it. For the rest of us, though, the rest of the class, we're turning our attention to what we want. And that's where we stand. That's what we locking into. Like going blind. You ever done that? You ever practiced like being in the midst of something and you have gone tone deaf? Like I hear you people, but I don't hear you. I see you people, but I don't see you. I don't know what you're talking about no more. This is when people really start thinking you've gone crazy. Like something's wrong with her. Have you talked to her lately? Have you talked to him? I'm a little concerned. I'm not playing the game you're playing. The trap comes from playing other people's game. You're playing the world's game. You have to play your own game. And the only way you can play your own game is know that this is your game. This is your game, right? This is your game. You do not lack ability. You do not lack know-how. You do not lack power. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. The conversation I had earlier today, I said in the very beginning, I sometimes felt stupid. I felt behind. I felt like I didn't know where to start. I felt like it was so much information, so much that I didn't know. Felt incapable to some degree, but I had a knowing. And that's what I held to. And I just told myself, hey, it ain't nothing that I can't figure out. I'm not going to stress about trying to learn everything and put all these dots together at one point, all at one time. I cannot miss it. Like if you have that, I cannot miss it. What's mine's, what's for me, I can't miss my life. I can't miss my life. Ain't nothing I can do to miss my life. I could clock out for another 5 years and go live in a cave, and I still can't miss my life. I can't. No, it's an impossibility. Your problem is perception. That's all I'm saying. Your problem is perception. And if you want to help shift perception, you must eliminate regular conversations. You have to learn how to shut up. And those three topics, race, relationships, and politics, don't you think there's a reason why they're always trending? Because they're your triggers. That's why. That gets the people going. It's your trigger. I'm saying pull out of that. Pull out of that world. Give up, let up off of it. Another thing that if you can't stop doing something, it's an addiction. If you can't stop talking about what the world is talking about, if you can't stop complaining about the same things, if you can't stop obsessing about what's wrong, because you're addicted to it. You're addicted to it. Excuse me. So, that's our TED Talk for today. Learn how to shut the up. Go mute. Outside of whatever is required for you to navigate life. I know you got to speak to people around you. You got to work or do whatever. Outside of that, don't have no conversations about what's going on in this world. Detached from this world. I ain't got nothing else to say. Now, if you don't want to do that, don't complain. Don't complain about energy. Don't complain about inspiration. Don't complain about direction. Don't complain about how your life currently looks. Okay? Yeah. That's all. That's all. That's a good word for today. Okay? All right, y'all. Peace.